Hey, what's poppin', guys? Welcome back to another video on this KX250F I'm working on. So today I have got all these engine parts to clean up, and I picked up something new for the cleaning process here. A lot of you have been suggesting try using a ultrasonic cleaner, and so I ended up picking one up. It's super small, just a puny little one here, but I'm gonna test this thing out, see if it works for me, and maybe if it works really well, I'll go and buy a bigger one so I can put, you know, parts such as like a crankcase or cylinder head, or maybe even one big enough to put a wheel in. Alright, I'm gonna plug this thing in and see if I can figure it out. Never used one of these before. Actually, you know what? Probably should put water in it first. I've heard of people having good luck with using Simple Green in these ultrasonic cleaners, so that is what I'm going to test in this one. I'm just going to run it straight, actually. Alright, it's plugged in. I think the on switch is on the back. Turn that on. So I set it to 55 degrees Celsius. Now I'm going to find a part to throw in there. All these parts don't really have that much dirt on them, so I am going to find the dirtiest part possible. So this one has carbon buildup. Let's see what it does on that. Alright, it's 5:53. I'm gonna come back in 30 minutes and see what it's looking like. While I'm waiting on this ultrasonic cleaner, I've got the soak tank heating up and the pressure wash cabinet is bleeding out. So before I use it, I have to bleed out all the air out of the system. So I just put a part of the jack stand in the foot lever or the foot pedal here, and it bleeds all the air out of the system. In the meantime, I'm going to tidy up some of these parts here. In order to keep the transmission gears on the shafts, I put zip ties on the ends of the shafts just to keep everything together during the washing process, and a few of the parts I'll do that as well, like the kickstart shaft, just to keep some of these springs on here, and then the shift forks as well. So I won't be cleaning up any of these busted parts right now, so I'm going to get them out of the way. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with these cases yet, or the crank, or the cylinder. I might just toss them out, or I might do a giveaway, we'll see. On the cases, I probably won't be able to give those away since they're a heavier item and cost more to ship, but the cylinder and crank, I don't know, I gotta think about it. Alright, pressure wash cabinet's probably ready to go by now. So, I am gonna pre-wash some of these parts here. On parts like this clutch cover, it's nice to knock off the majority of the dirt and grease before I drop it into the soak tank. Just cuts down on how often I have to change out the fluid in this tank. Time to do some pressure washing. Off to soaking we go. I should have looked at this label a little closer. So this is the actual temp, and that's the temp I set it at. So we're still a few degrees Celsius short of that. However, I am just gonna let this thing go. Set it for 5 minutes. Oh wow, this thing is noisy. That's gonna be kind of annoying, but if it does the work, I'm all for it. While that thing is buzzing away, I'm gonna clean up a few more of these parts here. See how this piston looks. Ooh, I'm excited. Hopefully it did some work on it. Damn, that thing looks good. Are you kidding me, man? And the best part about it, I didn't have to do squat. I just dropped it right in. Whoever wins this piston is getting a sweet looking part. It's got so much character to it. Broken rod. I just noticed this side of it's all smashed in. And busted up skirt. Rings are all tacoed. What a masterpiece. Alright, I'm excited to see what that ultrasonic cleaner will do on a really nasty part. So from this motor, there's not really any dirty parts, so I'm gonna have to go outside and find something really nasty. I'll be back in a second. Got something really nasty here. Take a good look at this. Ugh. I would not want to clean that part by hand. Let's see if this ultrasonic cleaner is actually worth its salt. I'm gonna set it in here for 5 minutes and we'll check back soon. Oh man, whoops. Lid's not gonna close. Oh well. I've still got a little bit more pressure washing to do. I'm actually getting a little excited about this ultrasonic cleaner. Please don't let me down. The moment of truth. Not bad. Still could use some more work. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let it run for another 5 minutes. For all this hardware and smaller pieces, I'll put them into these baskets so that way I can pressure wash them and soak them a little bit easier. What is she gonna look like after another 5 minutes? She looks pretty good, considering how nasty it was. Obviously there's still a good amount of dirt packed up in here, but I think if I would have pressure washed it beforehand and then dropped it in here, it would have done a much better job. I have yet to do anything with these cams yet, so I'm gonna drop them in the tank and see what kind of magic will work on these. I mean, of course, there's just oil on them, they're not really that dirty, but might as well give it a shot. Man, this tank is just too small. The lid will not close with anything in there. How will they look? It's hard to tell because they were already so clean, but they look pretty good. What I'm going to do is wash them off with water and see if there's any oil film left on these cams. What is that coming out of the cam? Is that a bunch of metal shavings inside the cam? I think it is. Check this out. Either that's from the ultrasonic cleaner or it's all metal shaving. Just gonna give her a little BJ and see if there's any oil left on this cam. Overall, I would say the ultrasonic cleaner did a pretty good job. If you have something really nasty, it's not gonna strip everything, and more so it's just gonna contaminate that tank. So I would recommend knocking as much of that dirt and grease off beforehand, but from what I can tell so far, the cleaner does a pretty good job at stripping oil off. I mean, these camshafts turned out pretty good. I don't really see much oil, or any oil left on them for that matter. And as far as that piston goes, I mean, take a look at this thing. But I'm gonna buy a little bit bigger one of these ultrasonic cleaners and see what kind of magic it can work on the next project. From here on out, on the rest of this bike, I'll just be pressure washing all these parts that have been soaking and then drying everything off. So I have a time lapse coming at you in 3, 2, 1. Look at this mess I'm making just for you guys. Of course, I would normally have the door closed when I'm pressure washing, but you know what? Gotta do it for the fam. These are the few aluminum parts off of this motor that need mag cleaning. So I'm gonna drop them into this bucket and give them a little scrub to freshen them up. I've got these parts looking brand new again. The next step is to box everything up, put oil back into some of these bearings, and then haul everything over to the studio so I can shoot it. Well guys, that's it for this KX250F series. I want to thank you for watching throughout the whole process of tearing it apart, cleaning all these parts up, shooting pictures, and dealing with this busted up motor. What's up? Oh, you're wondering about the giveaway. Yeah, I should probably find a winner for that. Got the piston right here. So let's go find out who the lucky winner is. But first, I'm gonna sign it and show you guys what I pulled off the 125. Alright everyone, this is what I did to the 125. Just pulled the fuel line off the carburetor and tucked it up by the cylinder head. That was a tough one. I cannot believe how many of you guys got that one right. Let's go figure out who the winner is. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna pick the winner. I've got the picture from Instagram pulled up on my computer, and here are all your guesses down in the comments. So what I'm gonna do is copy and paste all these comments over to Excel. Hit copy and paste. Expand this a little bit. Okay, so we've got a buttload of comments here. Let's see how many. I believe it was 300 something. Oh, 413. That just blows my mind. So 413 comments here. Or 413 guesses, and to pick a random number I'm going to use this random number generator. So it's going to pick a complete random number from 1 through 413. Alright, you guys ready for this? Generate. Number 400. Wow, that was kind of weird. So number 400, obviously they have to say fuel line or gas line, something along those lines. Oh, this guy says muffler. So nope, that's not gonna work. Let's go generate a new number. 302. Alright, hopefully 302 said fuel line. Alright, looks like it did. Erickson and Max. Let's go over to his Instagram. Alright, Max Erickson, you are the winner. So I'll be shooting you a DM, and grabbing your shipping address, and sending this piston over to you. It's all yours, buddy. Thank you for all your support, guys, and stay tuned for the upcoming project I'll be announcing within the next week. Here's a little hint. It's the color of something back here. I'll see you all later.
Seasons of the past.